Welcome, sir. Dr. Satya Ranjan, sir, welcome.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. You are audible. You are very much audible. And
Thank
sir,
you, sir.
on behalf of NITR Bhopal and all the participants, I welcome you in this faculty development program. Sir, I would like to give a brief introduction to the participants. Sir is an accommodation in the area of entrepreneurship education. Dr. Satya Ranjan Acharya holds expertise in training budding entrepreneurs as well as grooming developed entrepreneurs. He is associate senior faculty at EDII. Prior to joining EDII, he was associated with the reputed business schools and worked as a research fellow at KL Chair of Entrepreneurship at IIM Ahmedabad. He has attended Startup Accelerator in the entrepreneurial ecosystem at MESHO, Israel's Agency for International Development Cooperation, Israel, and application of business simulation for entrepreneurship teaching at the University of Tennessee, USA, and that added to his proficiency in the areas of entrepreneurship. He teaches courses in new enterprise creation, entrepreneurial finance, and security analysis. He has conducted various management development programs in the areas such as agri-entrepreneurship, technology entrepreneurship, and business incubation. He has organized faculty development programs on entrepreneurship, teaching, and startup incubation for Department of Education, Government of Gujarat. He is engaged with the startup focused initiative of Government of Gujarat, MHRD Innovation Cell at AICTE, and various universities institutions. He consistently contributes to strengthen the concept of entrepreneurship as a member of the organizing team of the Vibrant Gujarat Startup Summit organized by Industries Commissionerate, Government of Gujarat, and annual conferences on student startup innovation policy organized by Gujarat Knowledge Society. He is also the director of CREDL, Center for Advanced and Launching Enterprises, a DST-sponsored center at EDII. Friends, I have pleasure to tell you that he has been engaged in many projects related to cottage industries and rural entrepreneurship, and he has also visited many countries like Zambia, Namibia, for assessing the potential of setting up entrepreneurship development centers over there. He has been very closely associated with Department of Science and Technology, and he has been principal investigators on many projects. He is also a researcher, and he has published many papers and contributed in many conferences. Also, he has edited a book titled Organizing Entrepreneurship and MSME Across India. So that was a very small brief of a very big personality. Sir, this is a faculty development program sponsored by ATAL Academy of AICTE. And there are more than 100 participants who have joined Pan India. Today is the first day. Participants are from engineering, science, humanities, arts, management, pharmacy, and different fields. So, as you already know, that today's session is Unleashing Entrepreneurship, Present Scenario, that would be the title of the talk. Sir, floor is yours. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Giving me an opportunity to talk on entrepreneurship, it's my privilege. Maybe I'm not sure I do lot many similar faculty development programs. Maybe some of them may have interacted with me at some point of time. I'm not sure. If anybody is from any previous of my program, you can always let me know so that I can talk about a newer content. You can always chat with me. I believe that let's make it more interactive, because at some point of time we are talking to students, and we need to be highly interactive and make them motivated so that they can think about entrepreneurship. I made a small presentation, which though I'll just present, because in online presentation will make more interactive. But I believe that if you can respond to me, and whatever the queries, I'll try to create some of my questions, and you can always chat with me so that I can respond. And if if you are sending chats, so that I can also understand that we are interacting or understanding what is happening. So with this background, let me start. Sorry. Sir, is it visible?
Sir, now it is visible, yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay, so the topic that has been assigned to me is analyzing entrepreneurship present scenarios. Before going ahead and explaining, I'll just try to break down each of this component. I'll try to understand what I mean by the term called entrepreneurship, and then what the changes that happen in India, and how we try to relate the other developments, and I try to work it out that how we can teach entrepreneurship. So these are some of those areas that I thought. What are the next steps roadmap? I just try to define, and that's the way I've created a flow, but you can always give your opinions. Recently, this is a statement made by our honorable prime minister. They talked about that India should have the pillar of Srijan, Atmanirbhar, and Swachhata. Srijan is called creativity, and Atmanirbhar is I think it's all self-explanatory words. These are some changes which has actually taken place across right now. We are all talking about unicorn. Just Prime Minister of a country talks about how many unicorns we have. ATAL Innovation Mission, the program that has been shared. AICT come out the startup policy. We are talking about innovation hub. We are all talking about entrepreneurship education as part of the new education policy which we have initiated. These are some of the changes which is a macro environment taking place. Number of unicorns that is coming to India, the amount of funding that is taking place, government is promising some amount of fund. There is a national innovation portal, Make in India, Digital India, Startup India. I think there has many initiative has been taken over a period of time just to visualize a condition that has been created, macro and environmental condition, which is very conducive to the entrepreneurship. Yes, across various states of India, this varies between the type of initiative that has been taken by the various state governments. But today, most of the state government have their own industrial policy, own startup policies, and they're trying to provide support at this point of time to talk about this innovations and startup in the specific areas. I just try to make it very basics, and then we'll go into the current scenario in terms of startups and other. Let's talk about the interrelations of about these three different circles I'm referring here. One is called entrepreneur, one is called entrepreneurship, and one is enterprise. For us, entrepreneurship is a behavior. What type of behavior? For me, entrepreneurship is a behavior. Entrepreneur is an individual showcasing that behavior, and enterprise is an end result. Okay, let's get back to the chart window and understand what do you mean by the term called entrepreneurial behavior. So anybody can react to this whole discussion. What do you understand by this concept called entrepreneurship? And for you, who's an entrepreneur, and what do you understand by the term called enterprise? Anybody can react. Let's have a chat so that people can respond to me. I don't want to make it one-side lecture. If you can get involved so that we can actually build on this whole concept. So what do you understand by the term called entrepreneurship?
So, and to me, an entrepreneur is somebody who takes risk.
Okay. So,
and who essentially has a vision for a future product or
great.
service.
Great, sir. So I think if you, Nisanji, we talked about that somebody who can talked about the risk-taking abilities as an entrepreneur. But let's talk about entrepreneurship as a behavior. What is the behavior? What is the type of behavior we are referring? Risk-taking can be a behavior. What else? help.
Taking initiative, maybe, or thinking about the needs that can be worked on.
Okay, so you talked about taking initiative. Yes, to take initiative.
Yeah, like we call people as enterprising who take the
Okay,
initiative.
perfect. So we talked to the people that you are enterprising. Yes, it's a behavior to take to initiative. And what type of initiation? Initiation in terms of solving the problem. So Gunashakar ji is saying handles problem many, and let's talk about more enterprise. Like to have own enterprise and decision. Yes, all of us are interested taking our own decisions. I'll come to enterprise later on. But for me, entrepreneurship is a behavior. Yes, as you say, there's a people are risk-taking abilities, decision-making abilities, and we can talk about that. They also have the ability to identify opportunities. So typically, I talk about entrepreneurial behavior into 2-3 broad parameters. Number one, as an opportunity seeking, that they could identify where is an opportunity. Second, what type of opportunity, what type of risk that has to be taken, or what type of a decision has to be made for that opportunity to convert them into a business venture. Maybe some of those things an entrepreneurial behavior is having. Great. I think a lot many people have reacted to me. Let's go to the next one. Entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is an individual who's showcasing this behavior. My question to all of you is, are you all are entrepreneurial, or you feel that you are entrepreneur, or you feel that you are not an entrepreneur? How many of this audience, whosoever is with me, they believe that they are all entrepreneurs? Or they believe that we are faculties?
Entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, great. I think I have just one response. I need 70 odd people are here. So Gunasakari clearly say I'm not an entrepreneur. Nissan says, yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. Who else? I think if you are all listening to me, I need that response. How many of you feel that you are an entrepreneur, or you feel that, yes, I'm not an entrepreneur? Faculty members, member not entrepreneur. Yeah, Sustika says, again, not an entrepreneur. Bipin Kumar, I think that list is growing. We are not entrepreneurs. Why you feel that you are not entrepreneur? Have you not never ever taken any risk in your life?
So,
have you not
being
seen any
a teacher,
yeah.
in every classroom, we can be more innovative, more creative.
Yes, yes.
Because our intention here is to create ideas, to draw the attention of our people. So we are entrepreneurs in our own areas.
Everyone, whosoever I'm talking to you right now, they are all entrepreneur in their whole of the areas of the field they are from. We have taken substantial amount of initiative. We have taken substantial amount of risk. So we give each, when it be not business means, so it's not about, I think, Gunashakarji, I'm not clear what I was trying to say, says, since we give each minute we not business means, enterprises or business is the third parameter. I'm not going to the third parameter. I started saying what is entrepreneurship as a behavior. Second, I say is what is an entrepreneur as an individual showcasing this behavior. And I believe all of us talking to each other right now, we are all entrepreneurial in nature. We understand what is called an opportunity for us. What is the best thing that can happen to us? We have taken substantial amount of risk in various parts of our life. But most of us may not have converted whatever the ideas or opportunity we have visualized into convert them into a business or an enterprise. But yes, in our own life, one set of decisions, we have taken so much amount of risk and so much amount of decision making. So this is not the case that we are not entrepreneur. We are all entrepreneurial in nature. All the students that you are visualizing, they are also having the similar capabilities. The problem here is that we try to visualize that entrepreneurship is that we have to start a business tomorrow. Would you accept that's the only definition of entrepreneurship is just to have a business tomorrow? Business is an outcome. Business is an outcome of an effort if I want to make something. But we are also making a lot many efforts inside all the different academic disciplines or whosoever the disciplines we are associated with. We are making similar effort. So we need to convince ourselves that we are all entrepreneurial in nature. The issue is that if the faculty like me and you, we all believe that we are not entrepreneurs, how we could convince our students to be entrepreneurial in nature? At some point of time, the student will ask the same question that if you are not an entrepreneur, I think it's a very common thing. If I'm a coach who is teaching someone how to play cricket, I must be knowing how to play cricket itself. I cannot be a coach of cricket if I have a background in badminton or something like this. So obviously, I need to know what's the thing that I'm referring. And being in faculty, if I go to the class and says, I'm not an entrepreneur, but I want to teach you how to become entrepreneur, it is I think you need to understand, you need to analyze whether that's the situation where all of us are. And that's the reason it's very difficult for us to convince students that yes, entrepreneurship is all about taking initiative, looking for problems, and then try to solve it, which all of us are doing on a very regular basis. Okay, let me get back to I think you can always post questions. Whatever the statements I'm making, you may accept it or may reject it, but let's have a dialogue and then try to come out whether this is acceptable or not. Because when you're talking about a faculty development program, I want to teach my student that yes, you can be an entrepreneur. So what are your take? What is the intention? Are you going to create students that are going to start the business, or what is the basic purpose of my entrepreneurship education?
So how to make the students, sir, I'm going to say, sir, how to make the students into the research? A big
Into
challenge
research of what? Into research of what?
Anything business means it should be start with a small research, sir, and want to have some projects.
Everything starts with a small research. So I think it is essential for them to identify what the different problems that the society or the market or anybody is facing at this point of time, and what's the type of solution they can bring to this whole thing. Whether that solutions can be a business, that's a different parameter.
But their brought up is not teach the business. They will study the engineering. Later, now they want to understand the research, and then business means
perfect.
How
so
we want to.
Business can be at a very later stage. First stage is that in the study of engineering, what they can contribute in terms of problem solving of this industry or the society at large. What is the type of opportunity they can visualize? And it's not that if as an engineer, he can only look for solving the problem in engineering. They can solve the problem in any particular field. I've seen lot many engineers doing the business which may not be related to the type of background they have.
Yes, sir, correct, sir.
Okay, great. I think I need others if you can react, because otherwise we'll in FDP, I'll be just showcasing my slides may not have a meaning. I need lot many interactions with all of you. Let me get back to my slides and take it further. Is it visible?
Yes, sir, but not a screenshot, a screen slide.
Is it moving? Entrepreneurship
No, it is not moving. It is not moving, sir.
Okay. Is it okay?
Yeah, now it is available,
Okay.
sir.
So this is an entrepreneurship as a definition. This is given by National Knowledge Commission. I'll send this thing to all of you. Doesn't require to discuss. You understand that what is a entrepreneurship as a behavior. They try to distinctly differentiate it from self-employment as a profession or a trade. Ensure growth while generating wealth, employment, and social good. This is the definition. Government is a acceptable definition of entrepreneurship in India currently, given by the National Knowledge Commission. One of the report you can find out so many similar reports to define entrepreneurship. Next, I talked about entrepreneur. I talked to you entrepreneurs. I talked about 3 different parameters. Opportunity obsessed, with goal of creating value without regard to the resources. So you will find across all entrepreneurs, they must have identified some opportunity. Yes, there is a market, there is a requirement, there is a problem need to be solved, and then try to create a value without regard to the resources, what they may be having or may not be having. So resources can be your financial resources can be the type of technology that may be required, resources can be the abilities that which I can do. But again, they have one particular passion. Yes, let's try to understand this opportunity and try to create a value out of it. So what do you understand by the value creation process? Opportunity, I think everybody understand how big is the India and what is the type of opportunity we have. Anybody can relate. What is the type of opportunity you can find out in the country like India? Or what is the
agricultural?
Yeah.
Agriculture is the main good business. It is related to food business also. So there is a great opportunity is there in agriculture.
Agriculture is a great opportunity. Why so? Because there is a huge amount of population and they need food. And I need a process by which I can generate foods and other things for this population. Okay. Anybody else? What are the different opportunity you can visualize in a country like India right now?
So my answer may sound silly, but we are a population of 130 crores with diverse culture, diverse people, different education, different employment. So it is like about identifying all these differences and what problems people face. So maybe.
No, I can relate. Can you repeat, ma'am, what you're saying?
So I said we are densely populated with
Yeah.
different
So
diverse
is it
cultures,
an
diverse
opportunity or a
employment.
problem for us? Is it an opportunity or a problem for us?
Opportunity, definitely. I started with that
Yeah.
we
Okay.
are a country of 130 crore people
Hmm.
with diverse culture, different employment, different education, different background, villages,
Yes.
cities. So it can be anything, even helping out tribal communities with something in terms of cottage. I mean, with the reach in the technological environment we are into, I think the opportunities can be any. It is about identifying probably.
So let me give a very simple logic to all of you. I think I talked about lot about India as an opportunity. All of us says that we are a huge population. Okay. If you try to analyze recently, there is a report about India's what is called wealth. And this says the 60% wealth or 50 to 60% wealth of India is only top 10% of India's population. If I make this statement, is it an opportunity for you? Okay, and I'll make some more statements. The number of years for which we are all living, which is called life expectancy. During independence, India's life expectancy was hardly 35 years. Today, the life expectancy is around 60 years. And within next certain years, we all will be living for 80 odd years, 82, 85, 90. All of us are going to live for 90 years. Is there an opportunity for you?
Yes, sir, it is there.
Like
Health
health?
means health infrastructure we supposed to
Perfect.
care.
Carry on. What else? How big is the sole thing that is taking place in this health and thing?
Sir, there is a very great cultural diversity happening now.
No,
Like
culture is a different opportunity I'll talk about. Let's just talk about the health and wellness segment currently across the
Okay.
market. We have seen what the COVID-19 has given to all of us. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
if you can think about, I'll give a very small statistics that most of our organs that our body is having, whether it's a liver or this eyes or let's say any of these organs, these organs have a particular lifestyle. Means they have there is a length up to which they can support. Beyond 60 and 70 odd of years, you're going to leave. Your bones are not going to support you. Your eyes are not going to support you. And your senses and other things are not going to support your body. There's a huge market we are right now talking about assisted technologies, which can help me walking, which can help me seeing something which is happening, which can help me hearing something which is happening. There's a huge market which is growing across the globe and across India at this point of time in terms of organs. Today, we are talking about 3D printing of creating skins, artificial skin. People are doing an experiment. Layer and layer of skins, we are running it up so that at some point of time, we can come down from that skin 3D printing. We can go to the what is called as the printing of your various organs. These are all futuristic what the people are looking into. So when I start talking about what is an opportunity, as I think you visualize any of these areas that you can see, every area can provide you some opportunity because India is such a huge, such a diverse in terms of wealth, in terms of education, in terms of penetration of mobiles right now, in terms of the language that we are having. I think each and every sector is a big opportunity for us because we are in such a huge country, which most of the people may not be having. If that's the opportunity, my next question to all of you, what do you understand by the term called value? And what does the value means inside a business? How are you going to explain what is called a value to a student? If says what is a value?
As academic peoples, we can only say with moral values or any engineering values.
No.
But
Okay. No. I'm purely talking about this from a
Something that eases my one of the problems, or maybe
no. What do you
something that
understand
helps.
by for a very simple example? If I've tried to explain value from a business or let's say an opportunity point of view,
Product value I'm talking about. So like something that eases one of my problems or
was this my
understand.
problem? Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So why all of us started moving towards mobile as a product? Why the mobile acceptance become very high?
since it supports all the needs
Whatever
like
you can give me an
GPS.
answer, whatever the answers you'll give me, these are all value proposition. Mobile is not a device to talk to each other. We started up saying it's a telephone having a facility so that we can talk to each other. That was the basic proposition. It's a mobile was a phone at which I can talk to you. But today you are buying this mobile not for the phone functions, for so many other various reasons. And all those things that you are buying for this product, all those combination become a value proposition for you.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Make sense? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then calls the resources that we don't have all the resources at one go. I may not have financial resources. I may not have a technology resources. So when we are sitting inside a class and looking into, I used to talk to the student, what are the different opportunities? And once they say, these are the opportunities, I says, what is the value proposition you can make it to it? Value proposition is a proposition where any customers like me and you is ready to accept that solution. That is a very simple value proposition. And how to deliver that value proposition, what the resources you are currently having, and what the resources you may require it from other sources, how you can combine those resources, how you can control them. So those are the basic behavior that an entrepreneur showcase over a period of time. Then I started talking about what is an opportunity. Opportunity is a problem. I says every problem can be solved in two different ways. One is called a technical solutions and one is called as a social solution. So what does a technical solution means? Let's say I have COVID-19 as a problem. So if there's a COVID-19 as a problem, what is the technological solution? Technological solutions will come across, yes, let's have mask, let's have ventilator, let's have a better healthcare facilities. Let's talk about the telemedicines. Let's talk about vaccines. We talk about the bioreactors where the vaccines can be tested. We talked about the trials at which the vaccines are tested. So these are all things that is right now taking shape in case of technological solutions. And if you try to understand what is the social solution to this problem, yes, I'll talk to the people by saying that please follow your what is called as your social distancing. If you are infected or if you feel that there is some infection, try to wear mask. Whenever you're moving out, having the mask with your thing, and don't try to touch somebody, and don't try to spread this virus across. These are social solutions, and we try to combine both and try to come out with the solution. So any problem anyone can visualize right now can have a combination of technological solutions and social solutions. I'm just talking about a problem solution. I'm not referring anything to do with business. Inside the class or inside being the faculty and student, we can identify problems and try to come out with the solutions, how it can be solved. I'm not saying what is called a solution which can be accepted subsequently as a business. So I start with this curve, which says I'll start with an idea. Idea is a problem solution. From ideas, some of these ideas may be a business idea. So as a faculty who is interested teaching entrepreneurship or interacting with the students on the concept of entrepreneurship, I need to develop so many different ideas from the students, or we can give them ideas. I say there are two broad ways. Either we'll force students to think about an idea, or we can also give them so many different ideas which they can convert that idea into a different format. Idea is just a simple solution. We feel this is the solution at this point of time. Let's talk about what will happen to the packaged drinking water in the future. Because packaged drinking water, what is happening? Though there is a problem in the availability of the water, but there is a serious problem about your bottles, plastic bottles, and which is creating a huge amount of what is called as because these are not biodegradables and creating an issue. So what can be the solution? So the students then think about, or they can go and research and come out that there is called a biodegradable plastics are there. Yes, there's a plastics which you can throw and it can be decomposed and things there. People talk about water is available to the people in such a format that the whole of the body can be dissolved or once you throw it away. So there can be so many different ways that people can think about. Then if the water is not available, somebody is saying that we can use the atmospheric moisture to give water. Then people are looking for various ways that whatever the transpiration loss that is taking place in the river or other water bodies, how it can be controlled and that water can be converted into drinking water can be supplied. So we think about so many different ideas on a single concept, and then we try to find out how many such ideas can be converted as business idea. So whenever I say business idea, what do you mean by the term called business idea? Idea is a simple problem solution. Let's say there is a traffic problem. There is a traffic problem. Yes. What can be the solution? I says the solutions can be, let's talk about, let the people wear helmets. I can talk about the sensors that can be fitted on your vehicles, that whenever you are not following the traffic rules, you'll be facing penalties, or we can start identifying who are the people are not properly following traffic rules. Or in terms of societal solution, I'll start talking to the people and request them to follow traffic rules. It can be solved. But can that idea be a business idea? Or what do you mean by the term called business idea?
If
Yes.
product value have been determined for that idea.
Product value means somebody is ready to pay a price to get that idea. The point somebody is ready to pay me something for the solution I'm offering to him, this idea turned to what is called as business idea. Till that point of time, these are all suggestions. I may have so many ideas, but for all ideas, people are not ready to pay me. I have given that people should follow traffic rules. That's perfect. Some of them will listen to me, some of them won't listen to me. But that doesn't mean that this is an idea. This is not a business idea. This is an idea that we should talk to the people, but that idea won't convert them into a business idea. And in turn, it is very difficult to convert these ideas to business ventures. So when you are interacting with the students and listening to their ideas, we need to come out of the scale to understand how many of these ideas can make sense when some customers may be ready to pay some amount of price to make this idea acceptable. If that idea is not going up to that level, it is an idea, but it may not be a business idea. Very difficult to convert that that idea to a business venture. So there are so many tools are available. How to take this idea to business idea? Maybe at some different form we can discuss it out, or you can Google it out and find out so many skills available. So you can give it to the students that come with an idea, give those skills or templates, and rate them. Let them rate that ideas. Let them ask to their classmates whether you're going to buy such a product for me or not. I'll give you so many similar examples. Something like somebody has developed a type of toothbrush and connected a brush and a paste. So you have a toothpaste as a handle, and the brush are there in the tip. And you press the toothbrush, the paste is going to move and come to the bristles, and you can have your teeth. You can have your brush your teeth. So currently we have a different brush and different paste, and somebody thought about let them combine together so that one product you can carry, which can use both as a brush and can carry the paste. I say this is an idea. Is it a business idea? It will be in a business idea the point somebody is ready to buy that product in the marketplace. So every year we come with so many different ideas, and the students, markets, everyone comes with an idea, but all ideas are not business ideas. So it is a role of the faculty members working at this level with the interacting with the students, analyze whether they are identifying the right set of business ideas. Talk to mentors, talk to the customers, talk to end users, and talk to the what is the type of problem and whether this particular solution is solving their problem for which they're ready to pay a price. These ideas are simple ideas. Let them explain. Let me go further and try to explain how this market and how we talked about the next parameter of my discussion. I think some of you talked about what is called innovation. I'll try to touch upon that concept of innovation and then try to get back. Broadly, when you talk about the business processes, we have two different segments at which we operate. So in one axis, I have taken what is called the traditional market. This is what we call as a product market matrix. So one axis, I take the products, and other axis, I do the market. So like, are you selling a or you are trying to come with a solution or a product to the existing market, or a product that you talk about the newer market, or what is the type of product that you are having at this point of time, which is based on the market requirement, or this the whole of the technology is created and the new market is created out of it. I'm again repeating what I'm saying. One way we identify what is the need in the market or what is the type of demand in the market, and then try to connect a technology with it. And that I call as a traditional market technology driven business. And there is another segment of business where we develop the technology and then subsequently based on the technology, we develop the market. Let me give an example. There is a technology was available and I try to create a product out of it. Let's say, and let's talk about the food processing industry. So we have seen that there are so many different vegetables and fruits which are available and they need to be stored. So we come with a deep refrigerator technology and then deep freeze the vegetables and things and keep it for a longer period of time. In this case, there was a traditional market was there. There was a demand for vegetables across the year. The vegetable was taking place in a particular period of the time. And then technology, how to freeze it was available, and we combined together and create a business model. That's the very simplest, and that's the way most of the business are driven in this particular format. And for this type of a business, we need to explain to the student what are the different requirements and try to find out what the technology available, and then try to make a matchmaking at what problem with what technology we can solve and how we can convert your ideas to business ideas. The next driven is a innovation driven, where inside a research lab, professors like me, others, all working in different technologies and things, they develop a newer technology and then try to find a market for it and then try to get it connected. And that's the way newer technology driven products have come to the marketplace. For this, innovation is fundamental. The growth is very high. The traditional market, whatever the growth I can visualize, innovation driven exponentially very high. Simple concept like the whole concept of your internet, the concept of the WhatsApp that you are using, the Facebook that you are having, a lot many things that you can find out which are purely research driven. They do a lot many research. The way the Microsoft come with the products, or let's say Google come with the features, they do a lot many research and then try to look for a market and then connect them together. And what you see on those companies and what the product they're selling something different. So Google is not a company which is providing information to you. It's a pure branding and advertising base where it is supporting people in branding and advertising and getting revenue out of it. So when you look into innovation driven, that's a complete different segment, which is a more easier for us to explain to the student that yes, look for technologies which is available in the local market, look for the what is called as the demand that is there in the market, and then try to connect it together. And next, I try to explain what you mean by the term called innovation. Okay. Can anybody help me? What do you understand by the term called innovation? How you define innovation?
It is differ from discovery, sir. There is a two distinct feature. So
two distinct feature. Perfect. So you must have seen there is a picture I have given is called Thomas Alva edition.
Sir, the picture is not rotating, sir. Again, I think it is not in the slideshow mode, and the picture is not rotating. The slide is kept.
It's not rotating?
No, it is in the entrepreneurship definition itself.
I have gone to so many slides. What is happening? Okay. Is it coming?
So whole screen is supposed to keep, I think. Now it is in innovation, but it is not in FI mode. Please.
Is it okay?
No, sir. Can you go to the FI mode, slideshow mode?
I have given the slideshow mode.
No, it is like 7, 8. The PPT is in that. I think you're supposed to select the full screen mode, so entire screen. There is some option.
Not coming. Just a sec. Let me again review. Is it coming?
Sir, it is still the similar, sir. Previous, like there is a. It's not in the
slideshow mode. Is it moving next down? Can you see?
No, sir. It is not moving, sir. It is not moving. It is kept to the innovation slide, sir.
It's still not coming. I think there's a problem. Can you see this slide? I think every time I'll go out and
No problem, sir. The same slide it is, like innovation slide, it is kept
Okay,
here.
great. Let's have a discussion. What do you mean by the term? I think let's stop.
Otherwise, you can share the slide to us, sir, so that.
I'll share the slide to you. That's not an issue.
Okay,
So,
sir.
what do you understand with the term called innovation? Let's say.
Okay. So it is a distinctive feature. So it is like a new thing when we develop. It is going to called as a innovation. If it is like an existing thing, we do research. It is called discovery. Maybe right.
Yeah. Anyone else can help me. If Thomas Alva Edison has developed the electric bulb, so in that electric bulb, it was an invention or an innovation?
Sir, product is invention.
Product is innovation.
No, product is the invention. Idea is innovation.
I'm again repeating. I'm asking very simple questions. In case of Thomas Alva Edison, who first time talked about this is electric bulb. So, electric bulb is an invention or an innovation?
Bulb is an invention.
Okay, so kindly reissue me a separate or answer letter. They will issue me.
Bulb is an invention, you feel. Okay, great. Anyone else? Anyone wants to have his opinion? Electric bulb is an invention or an innovation?
Proper date. Since you have come on 7th, so no need to mention 7th. Okay, from the date.
Technology can be called
an
product is an innovation.
No, electric bulb is an invention or innovation? Simple, one line answer. It's an invention or innovation?
Invention.
Nishant says invention. Okay. All feel this is invention. It's not an innovation.
Yes, invention, sir.
No, it's not an innovation. It's an invention.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The line should be
Great. So what's an innovation in that case? So what is the contribution Thomas Edison has made for this invention?
Sir, he invented the bulb. At the same time, he commercialized it also. So when he commercialized it, we can say that it is innovation also.
So when he started having the bulb, it was so you are saying it's a combination, both invention and innovation.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the first time when he got this idea that he can come up with such product, but he has not thought of commercializing it. It was an invention.
Over a period of time, and there were so many other development also taken place. But okay, let's talk about the same point when he started explaining to the market, this is a product which I have right now. That product is an invention or an innovation? That product at that point of time, maybe today we have a different interpretations also. Okay, let me get back and explain you what is the electric bulb, what he has contributed. So if you go and analyze the story of electric bulb, so he has a dry cell and he connect a dry cell and the circuit get completed. The whole concept of the dry cell was not invented by Thomas Edison. Then he took a tungsten fiber having a resistant property and create that tungsten fiber or the fiber inside the circuit, and that fiber gets heated due to resistance, and that heat energy converted into light energy. This property was again never invented by Thomas Edison. Then when this particular fiber get heated, it can get burnt at a faster rate. So he tried to create a vacuum so that it can live for a longer period. So how to create a vacuum inside and how to blow a glass to create a bulb, this technology was again not invented by Thomas Edison. These are all given credit to different people who have actually invented these technologies over a period of time. Thomas Edison was the first person who combined this technology and go to the market by saying this is electric bulb, or this is the manner by which you can convert your electric energy into what we called as light energy, and that we call as innovation. So invention, maybe for the first time somebody invented something. Most of the scientific research we do in the laboratories, which are normally called as invention, but the point at which I think most of you are saying it's a commercialization, that when we start talking to the people that yes, there is a market for it, and there is a product for which you may have to pay a price. You can get these features. People get attracted and they pay for it, and that's the way it goes to the next stage called innovation. If you go and analyze the number of patents that India is filing, I'm not doing my slides. I think it is some problem right now. You can find out there's a huge amount of patents that government across India, many faculties, many institutions, all laboratories, whether it's a DRDO or let's talk about Indian Council of Medical Research, Indian Council of Agriculture Research. I think we are doing a huge amount of research. All research, yes, there is an idea they want to come out, but next stage is not taking shape where the idea is actually converted into products and services, and where it is offered to the consumer and consumer ready to pay a price for it. I think that relationship is not taking shape. So what I believe at this point of time, if all the faculty members, they start looking into what the type of technologies which is already available right now and which can be commercialized in any form, and let the student do a bit of a small experiment in terms of understanding whether those technologies, what has been developed, can be commercialized, can be applied. People may accept it, may not accept it, but that process that they're undergoing, they'll get a lot many insight how newer products and services can be developed from existing technology, whichever is available. All Indian startups, whichever is there, all you can relate, are all created by the same process. This is the common element, whether you talk about Byju's, talk about Ola, talked about, let's say, Paytm. I think all Indian startups that you can visualize, a Meesho or a Flipkart or anywhere, what they have done that they could find out there is a need in the market. There was let's talk about Byju's. As a teaching or a coaching, or let's say the better quality of school or the teaching material for the students and the school. I think there is a constant need. Whenever we are also student, we have the same need. Today also the same need is there. There is no change in the market. There is a demand always exists for similar products and services. So what they have done, they try to develop a existing technology which is already there, how to connect this market, combine it together, and offer the products or services. They started creating videos, they started creating some content in a better format, and started offering where the market is ready to pay them. The market was paying for a teacher, the market is paying for a computer-based generated content right now. The concept remains same, but the technology application make it something different. Let's talk about the grocery or other products. Yes, we are buying all our daily products and services. Somebody talked about a technological platform which can help us getting the same groceries in our household. And what is the value proposition for me? Being a consumer, I'm getting the products at a less than the market price. So that becomes my value proposition. My problem is already there. I need groceries, or I need garments, I need shoes, I need mobiles. All my demand was already there in the marketplace. They're not trying to create new demand. Yes, some amount of demand is created by creating attraction for the products and services. But again, that is a nascent demand in the market. They come with the technological solutions and try to connect it together. And chunk of the India's business are created by such ideas. At this juncture, I again get back and talk to the students and says, can you come out and give me what the technology which you feel is available? Because since all of you are technical campus or technical faculty members, if from any background, anything, you can talk to the student that go and check it out, what the different research and patents were already there in the marketplace. What the type of technology commercialization is available. Can you take any of this technology and identify what the type of work that can be done so that this product or services can be made and can be offered to the market, and which is the easiest way to explain what is the path for entrepreneurship. Any comments? Anybody want to make any comments at this point of time?
Any resource, sir, in which way we will search for that?
Great. Any other research to understand what the technology available for commercialization? Are you asking this?
Yes, sir. Some applications, if they are in mind, they can't able to put a new innovative. They can't able to.
I'll give you. I think this is the problem in this You can go to the website called NRDC, National Research Development Corporation. Okay, if it is visible, I'll try to show it to you. NRDC India. Okay, let me try to show you. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. It is started visible.
It's if you go to the technology available for commercialization, there is a link. You can find out all the technology which are available for commercializations right now. Life science, agro and food, civil engineering, glass and ceramics, sericulture. I'm just giving one example. I can show you so much of such technology which is available for commercialization across India. Okay. Let me talk about how is it anything, engineering, science, whichever the field that you feel. Let's say agro and food processing, if somebody was talking about. So you can find out all the technology which is the list is available here. Biopesticide, improved Gurvati, liquid mills, microbial and fruit decoder. I think the list is there. And I think similar, so much of technologies are available. Every product and technology, this is a concept which has been developed by the research laboratories in ICAR or CSIR laboratories. And we need somebody to go and test it in the local area or the local market. And that's a way we can certainly come out with a huge amount of technology commercializations. That's the process. Okay, any comments? Again, if you are really interested to explain how those ideas are there, I do a lot many what is called as a patent search. So we do a lot many activities in terms of just show you one more concept about the Indian Patent Office. Okay, is it visible? Indian Patent Office?
Yes, sir. It started visible.
Yeah. So if you go to the Indian Patent Office, you can click it on what is called journals. And journals, you'll find parent journals, trademark journal, patent journals. You just have to say yes, and it'll give you all India's patent journals. Patents are all research filed by the ideas filed by various individuals in India or outside India in the Indian Patent Office. Every Friday of the month, there is a patent is filed. And each journal, this is called part 1, part 2, you can find it out. This is each patent journals runs into almost 300, 400 odd pages. And you can find out that how the people have come out various ideas and try to register. Something like a plastic, I'm just showing you one idea here. Plastic defensive covering cell on concrete pillar for ocean breeze and underwater construction. And this is a patent. Is it visible?
The only page is available, sir. This journal is presenting here. Till journal it entered, but after that it is not.
Okay, that's a problem. I'm not seeing what I'm actually showing to all of you. Share this.
Now it's okay, sir. Now it's came. I think there is a time ban. Yes, sir. It's there, sir.
Okay, so this is a patent filed by the Indian Patent Office in 17/12/2021, and it says title of the invention. It's not an innovation. Title of the invention: plastic defensive covering sail on concrete pillar for ocean breeze and underwater construction. So this is a technology these people have filed. Not sure what is their interest. Are they going to come out in terms of it a product or a service, or it's a concept at this point of time? Typically, what you can do is that from the type of field you are into, you can always browse these areas in terms of the field that you are referring. You can find out the patent filed in food processing, patents filed in civil engineering, patent filed in any of this technology. And can we start looking into whether this technology, what somebody is talking about, you can contact these people by writing a mail to them, by writing a mail, what is called, because you won't find their telephone numbers and others at this point of time, but at least we can contact them to understand if this is the products and service they have. Do they feel that there is a market for such products, or what they try to do with this thing? I think we can start getting into connect, and a huge amount of patent has been filed in India, and we don't know what is the actual uses. And that's the way we can start involving our students to understand what is the business process. They'll understand if there is a patent or a technology is already there. Either you develop a technology and go for looking for a market, you understand there is a problem, look for the technology and then try to connect them together, and then try to find out whether a products or services can be created. And that's the way we can start experimenting with small ideas in our campuses. Does it make sense? I think.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's wonderful, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. My presentation is still problem, but I'll again try to work it out. So can you see what is called a startup here?
Yes, sir. It is showing defining startup, sir.
Yeah, defining startup. So what I've done is that I started talking about entrepreneurship. Then I'm going to the next stage. I'm trying to define what is a startup. So if you are doing a business, it can be any business, something like I'm opening a restaurant. It's a pure entrepreneurial behavior. I open 5 branches, 10 branches, 20 branches. So in one axis, I'm taking entrepreneurship, you can grow bigger. Other is the innovation, where you start building technology and try to bring to that particular business. Simple logic, like companies like what is called Zomatos and other. They're also into the similar business, or cloud kitchens and others are in the similar business of providing food. But what they have done is that they brought a technology platform through which people can order food from any part of India, which can be easily scalable. Concept remains same, that I'm looking for food. Somebody is going to provide me food. Traditional restaurants are providing, but somebody talked about a technology integration by which this can be, the whole effort of the customers can be reduced, and they get a value proposition, something like they can understand who is providing what type of product, what price, which is cheaper or which is more tastier, how the people are rating, and then take a suitable decision, which I called as a value proposition. So when it is based on innovation, we come out with the definition, and we when we call those business startups. So what are the startups? They are the similar business ideas for solving customer problem, but they are enabled by technology as an enabler, or used as a technology as a platform, or as an enabler for the type of business. Third, technology is one of the component of the business. Third component, they have the propensity to do a scaling, that this business can grow faster. You can have an idea like a business which can have, I can open a restaurant with 2 counters, 4 counters, or 8 counters, or 10 counters, and start doing it. Or I can do a type of a platform where I can offer the similar counters across a larger space and provide a benefit to a large chunk of people. So when you have business ideas which are enabled by technology, can be scalable, we call those business as startups. So what I have done till now, I have started saying what is called entrepreneurship. Then I say, what is an entrepreneur? What are the meaning called a business? What is the value proposition? And then I define innovation and says, based on innovation, how we are looking into what is called as the startups. And today I have some facts and figures about, we do a lot many work in terms of global entrepreneurship monitor across India. And that's the way we try to do a survey for India. We have this publication from EDI called Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, which is across the world, it is being surveyed. We are the Indian partner for that survey, and do a survey in terms of understanding what is an entrepreneurial behavior. And I'll show you what is the startup things right now. So in general conditions, over the year, it's a 10-point scale. We do a adult survey across India. And this is the type of survey reports that were received over a period of time. And gradually, entrepreneurial financial condition like entrepreneurial finance has actually showing a better result right now in India. Government policies have become more conducive. Entrepreneurship program that is taking shape right now. Entrepreneurship at a school stage was nowhere. In the 16-17 has right now picking up. Commercial legal infrastructure, support infrastructure is there. internal market regulations are also decreasing, physical infrastructure, there is a growth, and people are started accepting as a societal norm. This is part of the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor data, which shows that on a 10-pointer scale, that across 16 to 2021, what are the different increments has taken place in various parameters. This showcase the overall entrepreneurial behavior that is we have currently in the market. This is an entrepreneurial index that we used to capture compared to the rest of the other countries. So though other countries are better, we have almost close to Indonesia, Taiwan. These are the countries we are right now following. We are currently 4 out of 45 economics where the data is typically taken. Total entrepreneurial activities, when I do a survey, we ask how many of you are actually interested or started up in activities, and 2020-21, the value has decreased, and this is all due to the COVID. In the past, the data was very high, 11 to 15 odd percentage people surveyed as says they're into business activity. It has reduced this particular year. And we have also lost in the rank in the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor rank this year. And we have out of 43 rank, we are right now on 39. There's a bit reduction in the ranking here. This is the statistics about the various entrepreneurial activities and the total listed activities in the year 2019-20 over a period of time. And we try to showcase that how these activities actually changed over a period of time across the world. And you will find that Central and East Asia, we are there. Our activities are a bit low in comparison to the Latin American and the Caribbean, where the values are very high, the current world says. Impact of pandemic has an impact in terms of the entrepreneurial intention. The confidence level has gone down, and they expect that within the next 3 years, there may be some issues in terms of starting. This is a survey about Global Entrepreneurship Monitor in India. There are some other activities, I'll just go ahead. But there are another thing which is happening right now, and that is in case of startups thing. And the contrasting result has taken place, India's tech-enabled businesses. Today in Indian tech-enabled businesses, the number of unicorns having 1 billion or more valuation has increased. Today we have a stage of more than 63 odd unicorns or 64 odd unicorns across India. They are in the diverse field like insurance, software, infrastructure, banking, social commerce. So what I try to showcase to you is that though overall sentiments in terms of the traditional entrepreneurship or the business process across the market post-COVID has down, but the tech-enabled businesses, innovation-driven businesses has come out as a first front mover. That's a change that has taken place across India, backed by the proper research and the studies across the world, and across a period on which we can right now visualize that how the tech-enabled business is growing. And that's the reason government tried to create more focus for the startups, which are propensity to scale faster based on technology and it can provide a large chunk of beyond valuation. Actually, they can provide a large scale job creations at this point of time. You can find out there is a whole of the economy that is being grown called gig economy in terms of Zomato's, in terms of all the delivery apps that they're talking about. They're right now talking about how faster you can deliver, whether it's a health service, whether a food, you just think about the type of support system you require and how it can be provided to you at a faster delivery, lower price, better differentiated product. I think everywhere currently the startups are growing faster. India has so many startups. You can find out all those facts and figures, those I have taken from various sources. You can always cross-check. This is the sector which is growing right now in India. Unicorns has mostly the e-com, fintech, enterprise technology, and Bangalore, Delhi, Pune become the main sector. Fintech is a sector which is growing. How we can provide today, nobody thought about the banking we always think about the banking as the bigger banks which is there and will be open from Monday to Friday only between a particular time period. Today banking become a more tech-enabled, and I can access my banking services throughout any time of the day. And that's the way the technology is actually coming out and providing better services. So we need to discuss with students to understand how the whole parameters are changing. What are the sectors which is creating opportunities? How technology become an enabler creating this whole thing? It's not that tomorrow you're going to start such a business in this sector. Go and work on these sectors, understand these sectors, do a lot many research on these sectors, and tomorrow you can certainly come out with a better solution for this marketplace. That's the way newer startups are created. So the whole logic at which the business process starts up. I'll talk about my 5 principles at which we operate. There is nothing but a perfect solution. So I talk to the student that if you could identify a problem, don't try to find out a perfect solution. You just look for the solutions and enter. The solution may be accepted by the consumers, may not be accepted by the consumer, but that is not stopping you to go and initiate this experiment. We all look for there is nothing called a perfect mobile. Every year, every alternate month, or every some other period, you'll find a new mobile with a new feature as coming. So there is nothing but a perfect solutions at this point of time. In a business, the timing is essential. Timing when the consumer is ready to pay the price. He may have a requirement, but not ready to pay the price right now. So that's a lot many exercises you can find out in the net or any of the sphere, where we can start talking to the student that how we can come out the best timing for the best product. So these are called timing exercises are available. Third thing I talk to students or anyone is that surpass the rules. That if you follow the rules, it is very difficult to go and achieve something which is exponential growth. I'm not saying that break the rules. It's not do something against the ethical norms of the society or anything, but you can always look for what we called as a better way of solving the same thing. And that's how we talk about that. You need to look for bigger solutions, out of the box solutions, where you can actually surpass the basic rules at this point of time. Another feature is called copy creatively. Let's do creative inspiration. Something has happened in some part of the world, we can always replicate. But for that, you need to understand how the market is changing and bring those technology and solution back to the Indian market. One of the best possible ways for problem solutions and being sensitive to the marketplace. So these are some of the techniques we do lot many activities with the students to explain them that how we can be more sensitive to the market, look for what are the problems that people is having. The problem may not be visible to me, but based on the outside environment, how I can predict what is the type of problem the market is fulfilling. So it is not the strongest of the species that survives. It's the most intelligent, but the most responsive to the change. They are the one who come out and do this thing. And this is a very simple concept I used to discuss with the student that whether you should start early or start right. That means start right, start early says do all your homework and then start experimenting, or start experimenting and then look for the market. So this is a big dilemma. We can always have a discussion how you perceive. But my intent, what we can do as a faculty with the students at the campus, that let them start something, let them look for an opportunity, do some solutions, do a market validation, do a groundwork for it. What will happen, it will be converted into business or not, that's a separate thing. So that's the way we do lot many experiments. And the problem that all of us are having is not about to create a startup. We feel that start is actually stopping us. And that's all from my side for the presentation. I can get back and take some more questions from all of you. That's the way I can take it further. So this is a simple presentation I made about the current stage of India's entrepreneurship and current state of Indian startup, and then with some suggestion that how we can create basic 4.5 point solutions so that we can influence students to come out with various startup ideas.
So what do you think about the motivation, sir? Like role models should be needed in this particular area of business. Means in India, it is totally not present, I might feel. What is your comment, sir?
No.
Can you repeat if you take technical, there is so many role models, like Abdul Kalam or any engineers, ISR engineers, DRDO engineers. They are motivating to do engineering, and even some business people also they are explaining about the engineering some level. They are motivating to do engineering, but in business there is no great role models to have some.
No. I think it's okay. Role models, they can again, that may vary from whatever the solutions I'll provide about the role model. You may have a different interpretation about role model also. But for any role model, the first thing that the students or anyone should start reading a lot many content to whom they want to come out of the role model. I never try to suggest anyone that you should go and say that he's a role model. Some days back, I was actually referring about Mahatma Gandhi, and I was talking to all the people that whether Mahatma Gandhi was an entrepreneur or not.
If you, yes, sir. In my way, okay, fine. It is nice, sir. Actually,
yeah. If you take the Mahatma Gandhi as a you can go and explain all possible passion, commitment, you name it, you will find everything there. A person, I used to explain what is called pitching. I think in the startups, I used to do a lot many pitching sessions to explain how they should pitch their ideas before the investor. And I used to narrate the story of Mahatma Gandhi. And I used to say that, do you have any idea of how many people actually Mahatma Gandhi, actually the first presentation when he has given that this is the way in Africa he should work it out. So how many people listened to him at that time? Is it 10, 30, 100, 400? What is the number of people may have listened to Mahatma Gandhi's first concept that let's do a bit of a group and then start talking about how we can do it?
I'm not know about that numbers, but
but again, you can find out. I think the first topic which Mahatma Gandhi was given to a bigger audience was ethics and business. So I do a bit of a this type of questions I used to bring to the class and motivate them to read a lot. It's not just about from the business field. You can bring concepts from various of the fields and says that you choose whom you want to be motivated, to whom you feel that you should take as a role model, and they're all successful in various areas. So entrepreneurship is not just always about business. I say entrepreneurship is all about a thought process where I'm trying to solve a problem and create a value out of it.
Yes, in that way, like this Rich Dad Poor Dad book author, like that, people are not there in India. That is my objective. Like,
okay, but we can always find out somebody from our local area whom can invite to the campus, and see, we can always try to. I started saying that every resources may not be with us, but being an entrepreneurial faculty, I can always finalize that whatever the existing resources I have, how I can get the best possible values out of them, and that's the way I can explain what is entrepreneurship.
Excellent. So yes, it's excellent, and we need your coordination.
Yeah, I'll send my slides and everything if there is.
Yeah, and means in this way, sir. I want your contact details also. If you come,
yeah, my contact details are available. Mine is Satya @ I'll just write down in my chat windows for everybody. So this is my email ID.
Sir, can you, whether you come to South India, means you came to...
I do lot many programs across India in this type of faculty development program, motivate people. Okay. And I'll be at Chennai during 5th to 7th. I'll be at Chennai for a program at Anna University. So I used to travel all the places. So whenever it is, whichever the place you are, you can send me if I'm around. I'll certainly love to interact with the students, faculty, and help them think about entrepreneurship as a area where they can teach.
Thank you, sir. Thanks. I'll mail my details and record. Thank you, sir.
So, anyone, any other questions, sir?
Friends, we had a very good interaction with sir. And most of you, I think, intend to start some entrepreneurship or startup activities in your institute. Sir has been instrumental in that, and perhaps in his whole career, he has been doing this in India and even abroad too. So you can ask few questions if you want to start something at your institute.
And sir, we can all help each other. That's not an issue. I think I'm around. We can certainly help whatever the best ways that we can support each other in terms of curriculum, in terms of the content that can be discussed. So I think that's the basic objective of this type of an FDP, so that we can network with each other and try to help each other. I think that is it's not that I'm a teacher or you are not. Everybody, we are all in the same platform and try to help each other how we can help our student learning something. Yeah.
Okay, I had a question. Like when we're talking about this in entrepreneurship scenario, and I'm actually looking at it like we have to give 2 assignments to our students, where one is 30% and one is 70%, where the 70% is an actual business project or a business plan that they need to create. So there are one of two things. To what level, or is there a repository of business plans and business projects where students can refer to? One, and second, it's like an invitation to be as a panelist to give them comments or reviews, because one of the things is they make the project, then before they submit it, they need to get a external review. So maybe it could be with a bank, or it could be with,
I think perfect. I think there are feedback. I have my own comments regarding that. Again, I think all our different individuals may have our own interpretation. See what happens in a typical academic setup. Again, this is from my perception, I may be wrong. And again, since I go to different places and give my thought on this particular, when the students' ideas are presented, what happened typically is that if I don't understand that technology or that market, I simply say that this is not possible. Again, I may be wrong. I'm again repeating because this is a very controversial statement. So that's the reason I'm making an underline and making it very clear. Being in faculty from a specific areas or understanding a specific areas, at sometimes we use our own judgment to understand what is a product and what is a potential and try to comment whether this is, again, this is true with any bankers also. I've seen people saying that, yes, this product won't work. And then subsequently the product worked like anything. Because so for me, it's a judgment should not be about what is the type of solution they are bringing. Judgment is based on, since they are student, what's the amount of effort they have made to make this particular solution. The idea may be failure or idea may get success. I'm not sure. I cannot give a guarantee. I'm not a god, or anybody cannot be in that situation can come out and says, this is a brilliant idea or this is not going to take an idea. Rather, being in faculty, I need to understand that whether the student has actually made some effort in terms of coming out, because today so many of templates are available in business plan or business idea. Most of the presentation, they just copy it down. I'll give you some simple examples. I was there in a particular panel and somebody gave me an idea that they are coming with a mechanical device so that they can extract the juices of sugarcane in a better manner. It's a mechanical project in an engineering college and they have done it. I says, perfect. You have done it. You have used some gears and you have done something and you have a better way to store the juices and better way to extract with a lesser amount of manual force that you are doing. Very good idea. Perfect. But have you taken that idea and understand who is your buyers? This is, we're going to sell it to the common people. And so in your household, you can start extracting juices out of sugarcane. It says, perfect. Maybe that's the idea. But have you tested that idea? Have you gone to 10 different people and asked them, are you going to buy such a sugarcane juice extractor at your place?
Okay.
Or you want to target to those people who are actually using this particular extractor in a different crude format. Can you replace their product with a modified product? Are they ready to buy such product from you? So if they don't understand the market, they may be in a different segment altogether. I think that is a role the faculty can match to. But I don't think being in faculty, I can simply say this is a good or a bad or thing. It's my perception. Again, I just want to clarify. Great, sir. I think thanks a lot for listening. And I have sent my email ID. Any thing that you want to ask me, you can send me a mail. And thanks, Nisit sir, for giving me an opportunity to interact with all the faculty members.
Sir, thank you so much on behalf of NITER.
I'm also a bit sorry. I have to I have another program at 5 o'clock. I need to move somewhere. So that's the reason.
No, sir. Not a problem. Thanks once again, sir. I'll request you to please share the PPTs for the benefit.
Yeah, I'll do it, sir. I'll do it. I'll send it to you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, sir. And we'll keep in touch. Probably most of the faculties, they would like to synergize with you. Thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you, sir.